Hey there, David Gordon from TheaterMania here. It is, God, I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday, October 14th. I'm here with Jon Jon Briones. You know him from the Broadway and West End revivals of Miss Saigon, and now he can be seen on Ratched on Netflix playing the role of Dr. Hanover. Uh, it is a great show. You are a great man, and I'm excited to talk about it with you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good. I want to talk about when you first went into the Ryan Murphy sphere, because I feel like you were in the middle of Miss Saigon on Broadway when you got the Versace show.
Yes, I was doing Miss Saigon 2017, and actually I found out from a friend that that Darren Criss was looking for me.
Uh-huh.
I've never met Darren Criss. Anyway, at the Tonys, during a break, I was going to the bathroom, and I passed by his seat, and I saw him. I went, oh, that's Darren Criss. And he stood up and said, Jon Jon, we've never met. And I said, Darren. And then he said, there is this project that I'm doing, and I think you're going to be perfect for it. So tell your agents to watch out for an audition for, he couldn't say the title of it. Anyway, a few weeks later, I got a message from an email from my agent saying that I need to put myself on tape for this show, Versace.
Yeah.
And I taped myself because they were filming here in LA. So I did, and then Ryan liked my audition, and they made an offer, but it was a little tricky because I didn't know if Miss Saigon is going to let me go, film, but it worked out well. I was doing the show at night, and then there's a car waiting for me to take me to the airport, and then fly me, red eye to LA, and then film, and then come back to New York, and then do the show again. Then it was crazy, but
Yeah.
it was actually cool. I loved it. And then Ryan loved what I did. I got an email from one of his producers saying that they finished editing the episode, and that Ryan really loved what I did, and he wanted to see the show, Miss Saigon. So we organized tickets for them, and they came backstage, and and he asked me, so Jon, what are you doing after Miss Saigon? I said, I'm going to be looking for a job.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I guess I'll just have to snatch you up, which was very nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not bad.
Yeah, you think things like that, you think it's a Hollywood talk.
Yeah.
He talked the talk, walked the walk, and I got 2 more shows from him after that.
Yeah, so you went to Apocalypse after that, American Horror Story Apocalypse after that, and now Ratched, which premiered a couple of weeks ago. Tell me about how you came into. Did he just call you up to say, "Do you want to do this part in Ratched?" Like, was it the same situation?
No, actually. So after I finished Miss Saigon, I got a phone call. I was back in LA. I got a phone call from my agent saying, "We got an offer. Ryan wants you to be in one of his shows," but we didn't know, and we didn't know anything. But
Right.
But they said there's going to be an offer. A few months later, I was actually in New York doing a workshop of a new musical, and it's it's good news when your agent and your managers are on the phone call with you.
Right.
So we said, we got an offer, and we know what show it's going to be, Ratched, and he wants you to also be in a few episodes of Horror Story. So that was like Christmas Day.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, and then and then a few months later, when we were at the after party of the Emmys, and Versace won a lot of awards.
Yeah.
And at the party, I was talking to him, and he said, Jon, you're going to be very happy with the role you'll be playing in Ratched. He's this brilliant doctor, and you're a lead opposite Sarah Paulson. Now, I thought I was just going to be in the show.
Yeah.
Whatever, one of the crazy ones. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. No, that's so insensitive. One of the patients. I'm sorry.
I forgot how much I love talking to you.
And then he said, "You're gonna have a lot of monologues." I was like, "Oops, cool."
What was it like to shoot the show?
Oh, the first thing I did as soon as I showed up on set, I said, "Can I see my office?" Because when I read the script, I was picturing my office to be this small room, dilapidated, because they're running out of money. I showed up. The PA showed me my office, and it was bigger than my house. It was so huge, and it was just the colors were brilliant, and it was there's a bar, there's a living space, there's a a huge desk, and there's a conference table. It was like, oh my, and the whole hospital. It was just high ceilings, and it was like a hotel. It's just so amazing the way his vision is. It's just epic. And you know how he loves his stories to be told, in hyper reality, but grounded in truth, which is great. But oh my God, the script that they gave me, I was thinking that the more I read it, I was like, this is written for me. This is written for an Asian actor.
Yeah.
That was very special. And just to be there, because he directed the first 2 episodes, to work with him directly, because I've never worked with him.
Right.
So I've seen the way he's so prepared, and he knows what he wants, and his collaboration with Sarah Paulson, and the way they talk to each other, they've known each other forever. It's just wonderful to behold, to just observe the way they work together.
Was it it must have been a ball to work with all of them, like on set. It must have just been so much fun to shoot and just get to play these parts.
Yeah. When I showed up for my costume fitting, that took a while, because they had a lot of 3-piece suits to 2-piece suits, really old ones from some of the studios here.
And just snazzy stuff. Like the costumes are always so great.
Oh my God! Every time I showed up on set, every day, the crew were like, "Oh my God, look at that!" Yeah. I was. I showed up. We were having our fitting, and then I saw my picture there, Sarah Paulson, and then me, and then I went, "Wait a minute, am I number 2 in the call sheet?" And then you see other faces here: Sharon Stone, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Cynthia Nixon. I went, "Oh my!" So I prepared myself.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're going to be fine. You belong here. You got invited by Brian Murphy, so he trusts you. It's a big compliment when he invites you to be in a show and to be a lead in his show. That's a big compliment. And so every time I have a scene with Sarah, and then Cynthia, and Vincent, and Judy Davis, and Sharon Stone, I was like, this is so cool.
Right.
And they're just amazing people and amazing human beings and artists, and they're just very generous.
Who did you inspire? Was this character inspired by anybody in particular, or is this all like a complete invention from your head?
In their part, it's a complete invention, but to me, of course, you want to have a backstory.
Yeah.
And actually, my backstory was wrong.
Was it really?
It was wrong, especially when I read I got the first 3 scripts, and then when I got the next scripts, I went, oh, that's where his character is going. I was like, oh yeah, I have to adjust my backstory.
That's funny. Which role was harder for you, this or the engineer?
This. I had a lot of preparations for, Miss Saigon is like 10 years in the making.
Right. True.
I've been observing a lot of wonderful actors. Jonathan Pryce, a good friend of mine, Junik Sinosian, who played the role, the first Asian to play the role in London, and so I had a lot of preparation for that. I'm like, okay, this is how I'm going to do it if I will do it.
Yeah.
So, and I know the show inside out for a long time, but this one,
you've been associated with Miss Saigon since the 80s or whatever. The
1989, yeah, the very first one in London with Leia and Jonathan.
Yeah.
So, but this one is, like I said, every time they give me a script, it's like monologue after monologue, and a lot of medical jargon, which is, But so there's a lot of that. I have to memorize it because it's my second language.
Right. Yeah.
I have to memorize it right away, say it over and over and over again, and make it be part of of who he is.
Yeah.
Because he's been saying this all throughout his life. So yeah, that was hard, and also really respect for screen actors, because every time you cut, you have to replicate that again or make it better. It's hard. I did it so many times now, and especially here. But
right,
man, I still have a long way to go to really get it right.
Do you watch yourself? Have you watched the show?
I don't like watching myself, but I realize I have to, because I have to see because this is new to me. I have to see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, how I'm saying things. And I wanted to see, because I really wanted to, interesting enough, I wanted to remove my accent, but I could not escape it, because when I get emotional, my accent comes out.
Right.
And I wanted to see that. And so when I'm watching it, I went, you know what? It's not so bad. I went, what? That's who you are. That's going to be your thing. Because I've lost a lot of roles because of my accent.
Yeah.
They said, you need to take that accent away. You need to sound American. And I thought I was sounding American, but yeah, it comes out. And now I go, well, you know what? Raul Julia did it. You can do it.
Given that you had been told in the past you have to lose your accent and all of that, what does it mean for you as an Asian actor from the Philippines to be playing the co-leading role in a major Netflix series like this?
Oh my God, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because representation is happening, but we all say, it's really slow, and there needs to be more. Asian representation is, it's getting there, but at the same time, which is good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the default is always as either Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. There's not a lot of Filipinos, and a lot of Filipinos that I know, including myself, we play characters who are Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, but not Filipinos. And so this is a big deal. And when I first read the first script, it didn't, there's a line there that didn't make it to the final cut, but Sarah Paulson's character asked me, excuse me, doctor, but are you of Filipino descent? When I first read that, my heart stopped, and I got emotional, because they acknowledged my culture and this character, and they could have ignored that, but they embraced it, and I was so grateful for that.
Is there more in the future that you know about?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think, I don't know. I hope so. I hope I did enough for him to invite me back, because it's like being invited to play with the cool kids in a cool playground. I hope so. I hope that would be nice.
Yeah. Did the fact that like Sarah's a theater person and Cynthia Nixon's a theater person and Finn Whitrock has done theater, like did it feel like you were like playing with theater kids? Like did it feel like doing a play when you were shooting, or was it the complete opposite of, you know, the
Oh my God, yeah. You can feel it. It's just the way, especially when we were all there, Vincent D'Onofrio, Cynthia Nixon, Sarah Paulson, and myself, and we would talk about theater. We would talk about it's like being backstage before we go on.
yeah.
And sometimes they want to discuss the script, the scene, and sometimes there was a scene there that they didn't like the beats and they reworked it, and we rehearsed it. I was just I didn't even say a lot because I just wanted to watch them. It was so amazing. They made the scene different and more dynamic.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great to be there.
Well, sir, you are the coolest kid. And I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to see you on my TV screen.
And it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, too. I know. I would say come back to New York, but like, there's no theater, so.
You know, I'm very hopeful. I grieve for our people.
Yeah.
But we're resilient. We you know, theater artists are very resilient. Theater people are very resilient. I mean, back in the day in the Philippines, we would do, a jar of water, colored water, to make it like gel. Like that. We're gonna survive this. We're gonna be good. But we just have to be hopeful and do our best.
Yeah. Be well. It's so nice to see you. And thank you everybody for watching. Take care. Bye.